So welcome everyone. My name is Lori and we are going to do senior chair yoga today for 15 minutes. So let's start back away from the chair, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles, and just start to notice your breath. You could take a downward focus or you could close your eyes and just focus on where you feel your breath. Maybe you feel it in your chest, your belly, your back, your sides, where you sense your breath. So let's take a few moments. Don't try any special breath, just notice what's there. Start to notice your nose and the air coming in and out your nose. You can use your mouth too to breathe, that's fine. Just pay attention to the air coming in and out of the nose. Start to fill up the belly a little bit. Bring it into the ribs, expand the ribs. Filling up that pitcher of water halfway up now. Now bringing it into the chest, so from the bottom to the top, filling up the pitcher of water all the way. So this big breath you're taking, this is the breath you want to take to the poses we do today. And if you can't take that big breath, you're probably too deep and you need to back up and make the movement a little smaller. And then just go back to your normal breath if you need to, always. So let's just start with a little head movement. So we're just going to bring right ear towards right shoulder. And just notice where the tight places are. Like you might feel a tight place right here. And just breathe. Try to imagine the breath there, softening there, releasing there. Now let that go. And then we'll go to the left ear towards left shoulder. And we're trying to keep this side down, trying to relax that right side. And let that go. Let's do it again. Right ear towards right shoulder, just a little bit faster. Take a breath. Let it out. And then come on up, and then left ear towards left shoulder. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then we'll look to the right. So look to the right, and if it hurts to look over the shoulder, just do a little bit of less step. Always adjusting to make it feel better for us. And then back to center and look to the left. And back to center. Let's do that one more time. Look to the right, back to center, and look to the left. And back to center. And let's make shoulder circles. So let's bring our hands on our shoulders and we'll just make little circles. So you really want to try to avoid pops, big pops or cracks. So make the circle small at first and then get gradually bigger. And if it hurts, you just back up and make it smaller. Make it a little smaller. Just listen to your body. And then come back to center, we'll reverse the circle. So you have like little pencils on your elbows and you're drawing little circles with your elbows. And we'll let that go. And go ahead and bring your arms out. So palms are out, making like a right angle with our arms. We're going to bring the elbows in. And you just bring them into where you feel comfortable, right? If you can bring them all the way together, that's fine. If you bring them to here or to here, wherever you bring them, it's fine. Just try and just tense the muscles a little bit and then open them back up again. So exhale here and then inhale here. Always breathing always makes it better. That always helps the movement. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Nice and tall. Shoulders over hips. Activate your abs, abdominal muscles. Let's do 5 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 3 more. I think this is the last one. And let that go. So let's do a little side stretch. So just gonna take the left arm up, take a breath in. You can hold on to the chair and exhale directly to the side. So try to relax those shoulders, try to line them up the best you can. You don't want to cave forward if you can help it. And the way you can help it is just to come up a little bit. You don't have to go quite so far, and then you're able to keep that in line. And also, if it bothers your shoulder, you can put your hand behind your head like this, or you can put it back to your hip. So just do what feels good. Now let's try the other side. Right arm up, take a breath in, hold on to the chair, exhale to the left. Nice deep breath. Trying to let go where you can let go of the tension. And let that go. And let's do a little seated twist. So we're going to take the left hand to the right knee and the right hand behind. Take a breath in before you twist, and we're going to go to the right. Start at the belly first, then the ribs, then the chest, shoulders, and then the head. So if it bothers you to look over your shoulder, you can just look to the side. Put that neck wherever it feels good. And back to center. Take a breath in. This time right hand on left knee, left hand behind. And as you twist, you exhale, belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, and then the head. Big breath. Notice where those tight places are and try to breathe into that space. And back to center. So let's do a little cat and cow. So I'm going to turn this way just so you can see my spine a little bit better. So we start nice and tall, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles, and then just like a cat, arch your back, tuck your chin, round your shoulders. So C shape with the spine here. Exhale. And then inhale, lengthen and lift, and keep lifting that chest up, looking up if that feels okay. Wherever the head is good. And then exhale again. Exhale, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. C shape with the spine. Breathe into those tight places. And then inhale, lift, lengthen. Lift that chest, looking up or wherever it feels right for you. Let's do a few more. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, C shape with the spine, tuck the chin. And then inhale, lengthen and lift. And we'll let that go. So let's bring up the leg. And it's the same way. We're going to bring the leg up, and we're going to round the back and tuck the chin, and then straighten back up again. So let's do this a few times. Exhale, round, lift your knee, grab behind the leg, and then put the foot down and lengthen and lift. Exhale, round, tuck your chin, inhale, lengthen. And you could look up too. And exhale, tuck the chin so we get a nice stretching of the neck. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. And we'll let that go. So let's do a little bit for the hips here. So spread your legs apart a little bit. We're just going to drop that right knee in and lift the heel. Let's feel a little stretch in our hip. Just take a couple breaths. And let that go and come back. And then we'll drop the left knee and lift the left heel. And then back, and we'll do it again. Just go ahead and drop the right leg. Lift the right heel. Turn that right knee in. And then back to center. And then again, turn the left knee in. Lift the heel. And one more time. Right knee, drop the right knee in. And back to center. And then drop the left knee in. And let that go. And let's go ahead and just flex and point our feet. So lift up your right foot and flex and point. It's really important for us to flex and point our feet every day because your calf muscle is called the second heart. And that pumps that blood back to the core, back to your heart. So it's really important to flex and point your feet every day. All right, let's try the other side. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Especially if we point and flex our feet. Remember to stand up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. All right, let that go. And we're gonna bring the right ankle over. Now you can also bring it down here too. If you need to bring it down here, that's fine. And just press open the thigh with your hand. Don't push on the knee, press on your thigh. Or you can cross over. And you can press here. If you want a little deeper, you could kind of lean forward. Now you still lengthen your spine. Lean forward and look out. So you want to make sure, let me show you, that the spine is lengthened here. We're not rounding, we're trying to lengthen the spine. And let that go. Let's try the other side. So remember, I'll do it this way on this side. If you want to just cross here, then we're just crossing and pushing the thigh open. So that's another way you can do this to open up the hip. And if you're doing it on the ankle, just make sure the ankle's crossed far enough, and then you can kind of lean forward, but still lift and lengthen that spine to feel that good hip stretch. And we'll let that go. All right, so now we're going to do a warrior pose. So you're going to turn to the right, so the right diagonal. And you can drop your knee below your hip, and the heel's up in the back. And you can bring arm to heart center, you can bring both hands to heart center, or you could hold onto the chair. You could stretch that leg back a little bit more if you wanted to. You're trying to feel the stretch right here. So if you don't feel the stretch here, you might feel it with the foot back a little bit and the heel up in the back. So just see how it feels. And again, hold on to the chair if you need to hold on to the chair. Breathing is so important. It helps us to feel better, helps us to relax, it helps us to get energy. All right, so we're gonna change it a little bit. We're gonna drop the foot and try to put the foot down and feel the edge of the back foot. This is humble warrior. So hands could be on the thighs and we're kind of looking down. The shoulders are a little bit, still lengthening the spine, but we're looking down, humble warrior. Again, you can hold on to the chair if that's better for you. And let that go, and let's try it on the other side. So turn it face to the left and drop, again, you're dropping that left knee below the left hip, and you can stay right here, or you could push the foot out a little bit. You could use both hands, or one hand to the chair, or both hands to the chair, you know, however you feel, which makes you feel comfortable. And again, push it back as far as you can to feel that stretch. But if it hurts, back it up. All right, into humble warrior. So we're gonna put that foot down and straighten the leg, and you feel the edge of that back foot. And hands on your thigh, or one hand on the chair and one hand on the thigh. And we're just looking down, you know, thinking. We're thinkers. Humble warrior. Being humble. And we'll let that go. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of a seated a chair. So chair pose, I'm going to show you to the side so you can see all the different ways. So knees over ankles, shoulders over hips. So you can lean forward, or you could reach forward and then come up. So let's do that about 10 times, okay? So lean forward and then lifting up. And again, you can lean forward, reach, and lift up. Exhale on the effort. Inhale, straight. Exhale. So you can keep doing that way, either one, like this, where you have hands on your thighs, or you stretch the arms out, activate those abs. Now if you want to, you could try coming up a little bit. Lifting the butt off the chair, holding it, coming back down. So that's another way to do it. Lifting the butt up, activating the abs, coming back down. I'll do a few like that, but you do what's best for you. That's always the way. Couple more. And remember, you can always do this way too. Coming all the way up. Butt goes back and then come on back down again. So whatever way is best, and you can build up, right? Work on it. All right, we'll let that go. So let's stretch, let's just stretch, circle our ankle and bring up that right knee and circle and flex and point the foot. And then reach that foot out, flex the foot, take a breath in, and you're on your edge of your chair still, and then come over, exhale. So stretching the back of the leg now. And if you want to stretch over and round, you can always stretch and round. And let that go. Let's try the other side. Circle the ankle the other way. Flex and point. And then reach that foot out. Flex the foot, take a breath in, and come over, take a breath out. So lifting and lengthening the spine. And if you want to, you can go ahead and round if that feels better for you. And let that go. Let's just take a deep breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be safe from danger, inward and outward. May we be well, body, mind, and spirit. Thank you guys for sharing your practice with me today. It's my honor. Namaste.